Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Vasquez and today I'm going to be presenting my PowerPoint, my journey. Introduction. I was born in Edinburgh, Texas and spent most of my time in Fort Texas with my Hispanic family. I like the environment here in Texas since it's hot most of the time but it gets somewhat cold at the end of the year. The schools I went to as a kid and a teenager were really close to my house, so I could just go walking every day when I wanted to. And when I entered high school, I would go in a car with friends and make good memories with them. Language in classroom. In school, the main language that everyone used was Spanish since mostly everybody was Hispanic at school. I would speak both Spanish and English because I like to speak both languages with friends and teachers. In school, we had English and Spanish classes that we had to take in order to advance to the next grade. And some students didn't know both languages and only knew one language. So we created a group to help each other learn and pass the class. So what I mean by this, like after school, we would like stay in the library and we would gather around if somebody needed help with like English or Spanish class, like the students who knew mostly Spanish would go to that certain group and help the kids that didn't know Spanish and will help them. And the English students that didn't know Spanish, they would help the other students. Reading in earlier years. As a kid in elementary, I didn't know a lot of English and most kids didn't talk Spanish. So I really didn't fit in, but there was one kid who decided to help me improve and I'm grateful for that. When I was moving to the sixth grade, I already knew how to speak English and it helped a lot because I can communicate with others without asking for help unless I didn't know how to say a certain word. So in sixth grade, I knew the basic English because like we didn't know a lot, and it helped me since I took all my classes were English, so like I needed to learn specifically in English class because we had like an essay that we had to like master, and it helped me a lot since I could read like off the textbooks that they gave us to practice, and it helped a lot. Writing in school. In elementary, the main goal for us in writing was to do a introduction, one body paragraph, and conclusion. This was the introduction for us to learn to write the basics of writing. In middle school, they expected more from us since we had a writing class and needed to follow the structure. This was the same as elementary with an intro, body paragraph, and conclusion, but this with a structure of ideas that we had to master by the end of the year for the final exam. In high school, everything changed because we were introduced to a different types of writing structures. In each grade, we had different one to learn and master by the end of the year for the final exam. 4. The teachers expected us to master it perfectly without messing up a lot of times while writing because we should be good at it. But in reality, there is no writing in general, and thus no single class or workshop or experience can teach people to write. By my final year in high school, we had to learn 3 different type of structures for writing for my reading class, and it wasn't easy to remember all of them, but I tried my best to master all of them. Access to technology. The first time I encountered technology was in second grade in the computer lab where we had to read books and answer questions after we were done reading. When I finished reading Brandt's text, I could relate to the computers they mentioned. The computers were being used to help the children to be brought up to grade level in their reading and writing skills. The computers helped me understand how to read more since they allowed me to demonstrate my skills to express what I read to my peers in class. Using technology in school. In school is where I had to use a lot of technology since I would be assigned projects most of the time, or I would use the internet for help. The library was the main source for me in school since it was quiet all the time and I could concentrate with doing research on the computer and take notes to use at home or for later in class. I want to add on that this helped me a lot because at home I didn't really have that much technology. By ninth grade, I got Wi-Fi inside my house. So like in the other years, I couldn't really relate on using technology at home. Only using it through my cell phone. Would had to use data. So in high school, I had to stay in the library, write down my notes, all that I can, so I could just focus when I get home and practice everything. My work cited. Thank you very much. This is the end of my PowerPoint.